amazing because we can tap into any reality, we can manifest any reality, we can create any reality, but we are all enough, despite if we've created that reality for ourselves or not. You know, there is no right or wrong path, and that's the beauty of this existence. Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I haven't been in here for a while, but I want to use this YouTube channel to express my realizations and just speak from my heart and just share what has helped me and shift my mindset and what I believe, like, these realizations that is powerful and that can help you too. And so I just want to, share with you guys and talk to you guys. And so this topic is about facing every version of yourself, because that is enough. And I know, like, in the self-help space, like, everyone tells you to become the best version of yourself, but it's not about becoming the best version of yourself. It's about becoming the most authentic version of yourself, because the best version of yourself does not exist. You know, there is no higher version of you, because every version of you, even when you're young, even when you change, even when you were, wanted to be a teacher, or when you wanted to, be a YouTuber, like, that version of you is just as enough as who you are now. Like, there is no better. Even if you had $1 million, even if you were broke, there is no better, because again, like, there is no right or wrong path, and this is what I want to talk about with you today. And so before we dive into that, I want to talk about up to that realization. And so the first realization I had was about the concept of infinite realities. And so, there's this thing about, this mind-blowing idea with quantum physics, and it's basically, this theory suggests that every possible outcome of a decision exists in its own parallel universe. So every possible version of you, or every path you could have taken, might already be happening in some alternative reality. And isn't that crazy, right? So I don't know if you ever watched Everything Everywhere All at Once, but in that movie it just talks about that you can basically live in every choice that you make basically branches out into another reality, into another version of you, into another path that you could have taken, right? And so it exists in that realm, which is pretty cool, right? And so if that actually could be true, then that means that it changes the whole game of manifestation, because that basically means that you can tune in to the reality that you truly want just by aligning your vibration and your frequency to that certain reality. And you can shift your focus and tune in, almost like a radio station, into this other version of yourself, right? So it's about aligning with the reality that already exists. So it's about tapping into that version of you who's already living that life, right? And so the second realization is that you are a co-creator. You co-create with God. Basically, in a lot of spiritual teachings, they say that we are made in the image of God, right? And if that's the case, then we are just a reflection of God. We have the ability to create our own reality, just how God created this universe, right? And so that means that we are inherently creative beings. All thought that we have is creative, and we can either use these thoughts, we can either use our brain to destroy reality, or to create a reality that we truly desire, or create a life that empowers us. And it's all up to us, right? And He gave us this free will. He gave us this will to choose a reality that we truly want, whether we live a life of fear, whether we live a life of love, which makes us extremely powerful. And we are really powerful human beings. We can create anything. It just takes time, it just takes time to manifest in this 3D reality. But basically, I truly believe that God exists in every version of you, in everything and every part of your life, and exists in every single person in this universe. That's what I truly believe in. The thing that I want to talk about is the paradox of self-acceptance and our limitless potential. While we can tap into whatever reality that we want, I remember talking about this, like, manifesting our reality, and that if we can attract any reality we want, it just takes time, and we just have to align our state of being, our thoughts, feelings, and actions. And if we can get anything that we really want, but is that what life is about? And so I dive deep into this about manifestation. It's like, something doesn't sit right? That we can get everything we want, but then, like, what happens if I don't have a successful business right now? What happens if I'm broke right now? Does that mean that I'm not enough and I should beat myself every day until I get that manifestation? No. Because this version of you now that even is broke, that you're not like the healthiest you can be right now, but you are still enough. This version of you is still enough. There is no best version of yourself. Like when you were a young kid and you had different dreams and you didn't know anything, you were very immature, but you had still a lot to learn. And then looking at you, the version right now, and and the steps you had to become the version of yourself now, right? Like there is no best version of you, right? Because that version of you when you were a kid is just as valid as who you are now, because it took you to who you are now. And so again, it's like there is no perfect or highest version of ourselves, just like how everyone's like says we have to strive to become the best version of ourselves. But what if who you are now is enough, and every version and every chapter that you're in your story is enough, and that frees you? That really truly frees your mind. Like it's amazing because we can tap into any reality, we can manifest any reality, we can create any reality, but we are all enough despite if we've created that reality for ourselves or not. There is no right or wrong path, and that's the beauty of this existence. Because the real treasure, guys, is not in your external reality. We can have we can $1 million, we can have a mansion, we can have this amazing car, but truly the real treasure, that's why God really placed the treasure within you, within your heart. Heaven is within you. The kingdom of heaven is within you. And once you realize that, it will shift your whole perspective. Because if the kingdom is within you, and if heaven is within you, then that means that all you really needed was a love inside yourself, which changes the whole game. Because remember, we talked about like manifestation, about creating this reality, but it's about the love within yourself. And you can have $1 billion but still feel so empty inside. I'm telling you, it will not give you a long-term fulfillment, a long-term satisfaction. And so that's why I wanted to talk about this. And so I don't know if you guys ever read this book, but it's called The Midnight Library. Comment down below if you've read this book. But basically in this book, there's a girl named Nora, and she is about to commit suicide, but she ends up trying to and overdosing, and then she gets into the state where she's about to die. She's basically in the in-between, between life and death. And she's in this dimension called the Midnight Library, where she can experience every version of herself. She can experience her marrying a doctor, her being a housewife, her being a famous singer, her being a Olympic swimmer. And she takes in all these like different lives, and she realizes that in every version of herself, right? And every lifetime she is, that there is no right or wrong path, because every path, every set of life that she gets into has its own set of challenges, has its own set of strengths and weaknesses, has its own set of pros and cons. And so that kind of takes me back to like, there is no right or wrong path, because even if you were in this reality that you so-called have like a business, like 1 million followers in your content creation, and still feel so empty inside. So it's truly about our internal state of being. The real treasure, again, is within your heart. That's why my last realization is that it's not about becoming the best version of yourself. It's about becoming the most authentic version of yourself. And it's about, what I mean by authentic is that since we can basically tap into any reality that we want, it doesn't make that other version of you less than the version of that other reality that you're trying to manifest. And so you are enough just as you are, even if you take this path, even if you take this path, even if you want to be a yoga teacher, if you want to be a coder, if you want to be a dancer, if you want to be a singer, every path that you take is enough. And I just wanted to put that out there, because there's so much pressure to become this, and then like to everyone telling you to be one path. But it's what makes life so beautiful. It's about experiencing so many different versions of you and accepting every version of you, because that's unconditional love. Unconditional love is when you love every part of you, when you love every version of you. I have been in with a partner for 8 years. I came to realize that This person that I loved has changed so many times. And so I've loved like 8 different people, but he's just the same person because he has changed so many times, and I've loved every version of him. So I thought to myself, why can't I do that same to myself? Why can't I love every version of me? Because that's truly unconditional love. Because no matter reality that you manifest, right, that you manifest, or any reality that you so-called believe that will be better, it's not better. Everything has its own set of challenges, its own set of strengths and weaknesses, its own set of pros and cons. What matters is the love that you have within yourself, the treasure that you find within your heart, and this unconditional love that you're seeking. So like, I truly believe that this is the truth. And let me know what you guys think. That kind of concludes the end of my video, but I will be talking more about realizations in this YouTube. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to hear more. Please like or comment anything that you think too. I just want to make this like a safe space for us to kind of express what we've learned, to love ourselves, and to truly become the most authentic version of ourselves, not becoming the most highest or best version of ourselves. And so, if you stayed till the end of this video, I actually have a gift for you. So like in my description, I actually created this journal, and it's on Amazon, or it's a digital journal. You can buy it cheaper. But basically, I created this so that you can accept every version of yourself. You can accept every passion, every interest, every hobby. And it's basically about embracing this your multifaceted, multidimensional self. It's not about like being productive or whatever. It's about following your heart in every given moment, about accepting that this is your passion now and that you're going to pursue it. You're going to be in your flow state. And I truly believe that this journal is a way to truly embrace all versions of you and to love every version of you. So it's called the Flow State Journal. It's in my website, linked down below. It's just a tool for you guys if you guys really want to embody this into, your reality. Because not a lot of people talk about this. A lot of people talk about manifestation and manifest $1 million, but no one really teaches you how to embrace your path, the path that you're on now, to embrace the passion that you have right now, and to follow your heart every given moment, and to accept every version of you. And I have like my upcoming app that's coming up soon. It's also called Passion Flow app, and it's basically a digital version of this journal. And basically it's not only like you can write down your passion, but you can share this with so many others. And it's not about productivity. It's truly about following every passion that you have within your heart, about embracing this multifaceted identity again. So that will be launched in November, so stay tuned. You can also sign up in your email in the website below too, so that's linked. And so if you stay till the end of the video, thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys, all my subscribers on this channel. I truly love you guys. Thank you. I hope you guys have a great day today.